In this video, I'm going to give you 5 actual benefits that I've experienced taking magnesium every single day for the last year. If you guys don't know me, my name is Rahil Shah, and over the last few years, I've completely transformed my health, and taking magnesium every day was one of the reasons why. Here is a picture of me 2 years ago, and this is what I look like now. As you can see, I was losing my hair, I was stressed out of my mind, and while I can't attribute it all to magnesium, that was definitely one of the biggest changes that I've made that has changed my life. Before I get into the benefits, I just want to mention that these are the gummies that I've been taking 30 minutes before bed every night. Not sponsored at all, but as you can see, they contain more than magnesium. In fact, they contain ashwagandha, tart cherry, lemon balm, and chamomile as well. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1 is faster sleep onset. This is the biggest difference that I've noticed by taking these gummies. It used to take me hours to fall asleep, and this is not an exaggeration. It would take me hours, and now I fall asleep in 10, maybe 15 minutes max. The studies also back this up. A 2025 study where each individual took 250 milligrams of magnesium found that on a self-reported sleep score, they scored better when taking the magnesium compared to a placebo. Similarly, a meta-analysis involving 400 participants found that taking ashwagandha slightly improved their sleep compared to when they didn't. For me, this was the biggest difference that taking these gummies made. I couldn't stand that I spent so much time trying to go to bed every single night, and so much of my life was wasted just staring in bed. Okay, next is better sleep quality. And by this, I mean that my sleep was deeper and I felt more refreshed the next day with the same amount of sleep. In terms of better sleep quality, magnesium definitely helps, but some of the other ingredients in the gummies also help as well. And by the way, this is not just an ad for these specific gummies. You can buy all these ingredients separately and try to figure out what combination works best for you. But the studies also back this up. For example, in a 2-week randomized trial, passion fruit actually improved sleep quality with individuals who self-reported as having insomnia. Another study involving tart cherry juice found similar results. So while I have been pretty inconsistent in tracking my sleep scores, when I did, I found that I consistently scored above 90s, and a lot of this was due to the better sleep quality that I noticed. And anecdotally, I also noticed just much better sleep. And so if you're someone who wakes up not feeling refreshed and wakes up feeling grouchy, then this can be something to implement. Okay, next is lower nighttime stress. One of the reasons that contributed to me not being able to fall asleep quickly was just staying up in bed with all the thoughts from my day. This could be arguments that I had, this could be things I'm stressed about for the next day. Whatever it is, it wouldn't leave my body and I couldn't fall asleep because of it. What I've found is that taking the magnesium helped me feel less stimulated at night. And it wasn't just like melatonin that completely knocks you out. Instead, it made me feel calm, refreshed, and almost naturally tired, if that makes sense. There isn't really one thing from the gummies that contributed the most towards this. In my opinion, it could have been the ashwagandha. Compared with the placebo, ashwagandha has been consistently shown to help improve anxiety, reduce stress, and reduce cortisol. The next benefit that I noticed was better workout recovery. Now, this is also completely anecdotal, and it could have 100% been as a result of better sleep. But I do think some of the ingredients did make a slight difference. A 2021 systematic review and meta-analysis of 14 studies found small improvements in muscle soreness and moderate improvements in the recovery of muscle strength and power after strenuous exercise. The last benefit I noticed was improved energy and sleep timing. I think this was due to having a signal more than anything. Every time I took these gummies and they made me feel tired, I went to bed. Then the next day, the gummies became a signal for being tired and going to bed. And over time, I think this compounded into having a really good routine 30 minutes before bed. I say this cautiously, but I do think the magnesium gave me better control of my sleep. On days when I wanted to stay up, I wouldn't take the gummies and I'd feel much more energized and wouldn't feel tired so early. And for some days, you really want that. But for when I went back into my routine, it was easy to flip the switch and just feel tired when I started taking them. Once again, the biggest difference was that this wasn't melatonin. This didn't just knock me out, but instead makes me feel naturally tired when I take them. And that's it. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about some of the methods that I've used to improve my life, then you may want to check out this video where I go into my 60-day collagen experiment and figure out the results. That's it.